Hello peeps, welcome to a not quite Big Deck Player. It's been a while since I've made any Hearthstone content at all, and I figured I should address that, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a Tavern Brawl, because I've got a quest to do a Tavern Brawl, and I'm just going to chat to you about some stuff whilst I Tavern Brawl. So, back in was it end of October, beginning of November, so I was going to take a little bit of a break. I had a little bit of burnout and some other things, and I decided that I wasn't really having an awful lot of fun making videos at that point, and Big Deck Player, which I'd been making Big Deck Player videos every week for, well, almost every week for like 2 years. Plus, I'd been doing stuff for all the heroic bosses for Naxxramas and Blackrock Mountain. And it was around the time that League of Explorers had just come out, but I didn't do any for League of Explorers. In fact, I don't think I've even now finished the heroic bosses for League of Explorers. So, but basically, if it wasn't already obvious, Big Deck Player is on hiatus, and it's not likely to be coming back until they change and we get standard and wild. Because I've been going onto hearthstone.com to find decks, because that was the place I would always go to find decks. And it was always the same. It was always the same story. It was always the same decks. It was always aggro decks and slight like variations of aggro decks. And I was just like, well, I could showcase this deck, but it's almost identical to a deck that I showcased and did a spotlight video of like 6 weeks ago, but they've just changed a couple of cards around to counter something else, and I was just like, this is not fun. It's the same deck. Like, why why is this even a thing? So I decided that that wasn't a good idea to continue doing that, and like it's just not interesting for me to make that content of going, oh look, here's another Face Hunter deck, here's another Aggro Shaman deck, here's another Control Warrior deck, because it was just the same thing over and over and over again. And I decided that the best course of action was to just not waste my time making content for something that I wasn't really enjoying. And the decks that I did find that were really interesting, and I mentioned this on the late podcast that I put out a couple of weeks back, that the decks that I did find interesting were really bad. Like, they were just awful. They just didn't hold up. There was a particular priest deck that I found, and it was really cool and really interesting, and on paper looked great. It looked like it was going to be really competitive. It wasn't competitive at all. It sucked. Like, it just could not counter the aggro that I was encountering. And like, it's the 3rd of March as I speak to you now. It's the 3rd of March while I'm recording this. The new season's just started. I knew he was going to do that, son of a bitch. The new season's just started, and I'm like, is there any point in me going on ladder? And I thought, well, I'll give it a go. I'll see if anything's actually changed. Nothing's changed. I'm going on to ladder, and I'm still finding face hunters and, you know, tempo mages, and it's just exactly the same thing as before. Like, nothing has changed. And I'm like, why would I do spotlight videos for... Why would I do spotlight videos for this? It's just pointless. It's just completely pointless. Which is why I'm not doing them at the moment. But I'm hoping that once
Here we go.
once the new changes are in place, that it won't be as bad. And I'm hoping that we'll actually see some new and interesting decks being played. I'm sure we'll probably still see some aggro decks, but I'm hoping we'll see less aggro and more just different styles of decks, really. Because at the moment, it is literally just you either play an aggro deck or you play an anti-aggro kind of control deck, and that just seems to be it at the moment. There's no cool gimmicks really involved anymore. It's just go face and hope that you can go face and that you draw cards that allow you to defeat your opponent quicker than they do, and they're hoping the same thing. So I just feel like the meta's got very stale, and that hurt. And it needs to be changed up a bit. And that's what I'm hoping for. Oh my god. Okay. Let's use some of these up. Oh, that's useful. Sure. Let's put him out. And let's cast another one. To clear my hand a little bit. Ah, sweet. Alright. So he's probably just going to trade, because that's the sensible thing to do. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about, because I feel like I probably should have made this video a long time ago, but my head wasn't in the right place to be making videos, which is why I didn't for a long time. I'm slowly getting back into it. I don't understand why I did that with the one with more health. Okay. Let's see. I'm probably going to lose this one, but hey, what can you do? So yeah, I figured I would let you know what's going on. Big Deck Player will return? Question mark. Provided that when the wild and standard changes come into effect, that the decks that they bring out are actually interesting. Because you know, if it's all just going to be aggro again, then it's not going to be that interesting to watch. Oh, okay, well, we've lost this one. Or have we? Well, we've probably lost this one.
What you want?
That one can't attack yet, though, so... And it's going to change.
That was an error.
Yes, it was, because you could have beat me, and you didn't. Or maybe you did. Maybe you're just BMing, I'm not sure at this point. Okay. Alright. What can we do with all this? Well, not very much. We can... Okay. That's a good start. What else can I do? Still not very much. Let's see if I can get something good out of my unstable portal. No. Balls. Yeah, I don't think I can win this. Okay.
Well played. Not too soon.
Well, whatever. Anyway, that's. I thought I'd just give you an update. I've not really been feeling Hearthstone too much. Anyway, so I've literally been coming on. I've been doing tavern brawls, and daily quests, and that's about it. I haven't really bothered with ranked play just because it's boring. I'm only ranked. I've got to rank 20. I haven't really played much, apart from when I have daily quests to complete. So that's what I've been doing, and trying to complete my collection so that when Wild and Standard does come into effect, that I have the cards to. Ooh. I have the cards to make the decks. I'm almost finished my collection now, so it's all good. So thank you very much for watching and listening, more than watching, because you don't really need to watch me fail miserably at Hearthstone. I'm sure everyone is capable of doing that quite easily on their own, but I just wanted to give you a heads up as to what was happening, what the situation was, in case you were thinking, where is Big Deck Player? You haven't made a Big Deck Player in ages. Well, you're right, and now you know why. And yeah, and that's the situation as it stands. So I'm not sure when the Wild and Standard change is happening. I'm hoping that we can get a podcast done before it goes live, so we can kind of discuss all the changes and stuff that are coming up. But as I say, I don't know when it's happening, so it's kind of hard to do that and juggle everyone's schedule and stuff as well. But anyway, thanks very much for watching and listening, and I will see you again in another video very soon. Bye!